Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul.
They're gonna run out of cheeseheads soon.
The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
What is poppin', y'all? It's your man, Clout Boy Bales, and here I am with
Bryce.
Bryce. This is my cousin. He's visiting me for a couple of days. He's a big Wisconsin sports fan, just like me. I thought I'd have him join one of my videos today. Obviously, we saw the Packers clinch the playoffs, a season that no one even expected. They just wowed everybody. Finished with a 9-8 record, and they made playoffs, which is quite unexpected given
Jordan Love's first year.
in Jordan Love's first year. He finishes with over 30 touchdowns. You know, like
How many do you have today? Two.
he had 2 today. So I think over 30 touchdowns combined. 36 total this today. Man, what a great season compared to what he was doing, you know, at the start of the season in October. I was like, okay, he's not the guy. But then something clicked in the middle of the season, and then poof, he just would
When LaFleur started letting him throw deep.
Yeah, that was true. That game against I think it was the game against the Chargers is when they really started playing.
I think it was the Steelers. We lost against the Steelers.
I think it was the game against the Steelers. They lost that one, and
together.
they started putting it together. Yeah.
And then we went on a good run. Then we sucked again. And then we went on another decent run.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people were like, oh, fire Joe Barry. And I feel like, you know, still, I think regardless of what happens, I think he will be let go of this season. He has been not the greatest answer. I know that's LaFleur's call, and I'm not going to tell him what to do because I'm just a fan. But regardless, you know, we're living the life. So the Packers defeat the Bears for the 10th straight time. We've owned the Bears.
That's sorry.
I know. 17-9 was the final score. This game, I kind of honestly wish this was our most complete game of the season. I mean, Jordan Love, 27 of 32, 316 yards, 2 touchdowns, was only sacked once, a 128.6 quarterback rating. Obviously, I think it would have been a perfect rating if he wouldn't have fumbled. That was honestly the only time I got
meaner.
meaner.
Does that consider fumbles too?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't think it does.
No, they counted that as a fumble on Jordan Love. That's
right, but I don't know if I think they have an equation for the passer rating, and I don't know if it accounts for fumbles.
Well, at turnovers, but yeah, it might not.
Because he didn't throw any picks.
Yeah, you're right. He has not thrown really many picks ever since he was throwing a lot.
Since week 7 or something like that.
Well, he did throw one against the Giants. He did throw one against the Giants, but I don't really.
In the last 8 games, I think he's only had 1 interception.
Yeah. In the last 8 games, he's only had 1 interception, and if I remember correctly, that interception was a missed hold. It shouldn't have happened because that was a missed hold call, and they never called it.
He almost had one today.
I remember that. He almost had one today, but he dropped it. Dropped it. But that was just silly. But what's crazy is, you know, they had so many chances to even score more points throughout the entire game.
The passer rating comes in.
Yeah. He almost had it, so that's a lot of it. Everybody played phenomenal. I mean, Jordan Love led the way. Aaron Jones, 22 carries, 111 yards. Did
we even have a different running back
No.
ever? Or was it just Jones all game?
It looks like Aaron Jones had 22 carries, and Bo Melton on some jet sweeps had the other 2.
If Jones gets over 20 carries, we're doing something right. We're having a good game.
Well, see, this is what I'm trying to say. He's not that's what he's doing.
And he only had a long of 17, so it's not like.
I mean, I can't wait. Hopefully, Dylan is back next week because when having Jones and Dylan in there, that's going to be great. But I want Jones to get the rock.
There wasn't another running back that took a snap.
And then we had receivers. Everybody was contributing phenomenally. I mean, Jaden Reed, 4 catches, 112 yards, including that huge one,
the 59-yard.
59-yard one that really set us up. Bo Melton, 5 catches for 62 yards. This dude just comes out of nowhere. And
Bo Melton's going to be the Super Bowl MVP.
Okay, we're getting too ahead of ourselves. 6 catches for 61 yards for Dontavion Wicks, and the both touchdowns were his. Guy looks just like Devontae Adams. He is
back from injury.
coming back from injury. He looks literally shifty. Tucker Kraft, 3 catches for 31 yards. Aaron Jones, 5 for 30. Not much from everybody else. Romeo Doubs was playing, but he got himself injured. That was unfortunate. He never came back. Hopefully he's okay. But honestly, I think they could do well without him. Defensive side, Quay Walker led the game with 9 total tackles. The sacks on the day, Quay Walker had 1, Carl Brooks had 1, Lucas Van Ness had 1, Kenny Clark had 1, and Devontae Wyatt had 1. We sacked total? 5 sacks today. Wow. Justin Fields just could not do anything.
There was a sack in there where it felt like our whole defensive line hit Fields.
Anders Carlson, 1 of 2 from field goals today. He missed the first one when they went down the field. They didn't even punt the ball today either. That's even crazier. Justin Fields.
So the score doesn't reflect the offensive game he had because we missed some opportunities.
We missed, first off, the end of the half was awful.
Right.
2, the missed calls that were there was a missed call. That was a drop by DJ Moore, and they still counted it as a catch. And
that was ridiculous.
And even at Melton had a touchdown, and they called that off, and that he didn't even hit the ground.
Did we went for the field goal after that?
Yeah, we went to the field goal, and it was a 1-score game still. Fields, on the other hand, this was the game of his life. This was the game that determined the Bears' future of their franchise. With Justin Fields losing this game, he is 0-6 against the Green Bay Packers. All that trash talk saying, Green Bay's just known for playing football. They don't do anything there. Yeah, what does he know? I don't even know what this trash talk is even for. He doesn't have any idea what he's talking about.
They were all hyping up Fields at the start of the year, too.
Justin Fields is literally, he's good. This likely could have been his last game as a Chicago Bear.
Probably is.
I mean, the fact that the Bears have the number 1 overall pick again, and they got that, I think, 11th pick as well. No, 9th pick. They have the first and the 9th pick in this year's draft. Obviously, they're going to probably go edge rusher because that was their biggest weakness this season for the other pick. But they have a big decision because they have all the power in the world again. They could trade Justin Fields to get maybe a second and draft Caleb Williams, or they could draft Marvin Harrison Jr., and that would be big. They have all this power. They don't know what they're going to do. All these teams are going to be calling the Bears and it really determines, this game determined, what do you think they do with Justin Fields? He did not play well at all today.
I think he was probably out regardless.
He was out regardless.
Which, in my opinion, is good for Fields, is good for the Bears.
Yeah. 11 of 16, 148 yards, 97.9 quarterback rating, and 8 carries for 27 yards. Not really much of a game for anybody. Khalil Herbert led the day with 12 carries for 28 yards. Roshan Johnson, 5 for 20.
12 for 28?
Yeah, and then the leading receiver was DJ Moore, 4 catches for 64. Cole Kmet, 3 for 41. And I guess
Moore had a good year.
DJ Moore was the only one on the Bears offense that even had a good year.
Close to 1,400 yards?
Yep, that was good.
How many touchdowns did he have?
I think he led the team with like 8 maybe. Something about 8 or 9, I don't know. He was great. And then TJ Edwards, former Wisconsin Badger TJ Edwards, led the day with 10 total tackles. The only sack on the day was DeMarcus Walker. And Cairo Santos was 3 of 3 from field goals, as they could only get field goals in this game. No touchdowns. The Joe Barry defense looked fantastic once again. We just
fire him still.
Fire him still.
Just don't re-sign him.
I wouldn't re-sign him. I know it's not what you want, but boom. The offensive line played phenomenal. This was our most complete game of the season. Despite only scoring 17 points, this was our most complete game of the year.
Or versus Detroit. We had a good complete
That was a good too, but
on Thanksgiving.
I think this was even more better. I mean, this was Jordan Love's, he was over 300 in this one. He looked phenomenal. I don't think we've ever seen it. I mean,
I think Love's only mistake today was he had a bad pass to one of the receivers, and it was high.
Yep.
And then he had the near interception, but that was really it.
Yep.
He played a really good game.
He hit everybody. The receivers were all open. This was our most complete game.
Without Christian Watson.
Not for Jordan Love, but for the whole team. Defense, offensive line, running game, wide receivers. And the fact is, we haven't even had Christian Watson like all year. And that's what's crazy about it. When if they put him in the mix, I don't know what we're gonna be. I mean, Dontavian Wicks is like Devontae Adams when he was a rookie. Jaden Reed's like Randall Cobb, and Christian Watson's like Jordy Nelson. It's like that's how I look at them. It's insane.
Just younger and less
They're
experienced.
younger and less. This is the youngest team in NFL history to reach the playoffs. The
crazy.
youngest. And I mean, our receivers are all first and second year players. I can't even the free agents that they got. I mean, Bo Melton came out of nowhere. Malik Heath was signed, and he even turned out to be great. Heath Bar, I always say that. But my gosh, this team doesn't need to draft any wide receivers or tight ends for like the first time ever. Yeah. We don't. That's not a need. You could get some later. Need? Well, I'd say secondary, probably. Offense, building the offensive line. I should have did it last year, even though
offensive line's been good.
Yeah, Rasheed Walker, even though he started the year out terrible, they're cutting Bakhtiari.
Maybe
sure.
If there's like a premier
I mean,
guy
you cut Bakhtiari. I think Rasheed Walker did a great time. Jenkins is obviously one of the best guards in football. I guess our center situation's a little shaky. I'm not a big fan of Myers.
But Green Bay always
Top's been great. John Runyon he's a free agent, so they could draft a guard to replace Runyon. That's possible. But corner is a big situation.
Corner and safety.
Obviously, safety, corner, just our secondary. Our secondary is the biggest need. Yeah. There is nothing else. I mean,
is this a free agent year for Alexander?
No, he signed an extension.
He did?
Yeah, he signed an extension about a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we have him under contract for a while. Everybody was saying we should cut him, but he said, I want to stay in Green Bay. So Jair's our number one corner. Yeah, why would we? Jair's our number one corner. Stokes has one more year left. Now, I feel like they could cut Stokes, but he's just been injured too much. And I don't know if they want to take a chance on him. Carrington Valentine's been actually decent, but they could draft a cornerback to replace eventually Stokes. Big fan.
None of
you
that
matters. You want to know who I want more than any? I want Cooper DeJean.
None of that matters if we keep Joe Barry though.
Yeah, I want Cooper DeJean. That guy is an athlete.
I don't know any of the.
He's a white cornerback.
Bring him on.
Bring him on.
There's no more white.
He's a punt. Ever. He's a punt returner too. Fantastic. But yeah. So, anyways, big win over the Chicago Bears.
10 straight.
10 straight. So honestly, the only thing we got to obviously cover is we made the playoffs. This is crazy. Our opponent is the Dallas Cowboys. What do you think about that?
I think the only way we beat Dallas is if we get some turnovers. And that's something our defense has been really bad at this year.
Yeah, I mean,
and even
I don't
think we had any today either.
Yeah, we haven't been able to commit turnovers this season compared to other years. And obviously, it's because our secondary is depleted. I mean, anybody can get throws over the middle, and it sucks to really see that. But
I think that's the only way we can beat Dallas.
Dak Prescott is obviously
unless Aaron Jones has like 200 yards.
Well, you never know. Dallas always seems to choke in the playoffs like they do every year,
especially to the Packers.
If
Jordan Love really wants to take over for Aaron Rodgers, he'll beat the Cowboys.
The last time we beat the Cowboys in the playoffs, Mike McCarthy was our head coach. Obviously, we fired Mike McCarthy. Wouldn't it be great to beat the Cowboys and us be the reason why he was fired by Dallas?
Would he get fired this year, though? His team's doing well.
Oh, for sure he's getting fired. This is a make or break. He should have gotten fired last year. This is a make or break season.
How many years has he been with Dallas?
He got
4, right?
2020 was his first year. 2020 was his first year.
He went there right after we fired him? Or did he take a year off?
He took a year off, and then 2020 was his first year with Dallas. And that was a wasted year because Dak Prescott got
they've been injury. Good. They've been good regular season. They just
Dak Prescott was healthy. Yeah, but they've always choked in the playoffs. We saw what happened. They choked.
Or they choked
remember that
late year
they put Zeke.
And don't get into
remember when they put Ezekiel Elliott at center?
No.
The final play of Dallas' season.
Bigger,
final play. They were trying to do some random play. They needed a touchdown to get the win. And the final play of the Dallas Cowboys season last year was Zeke Elliott playing center. He snapped it to Prescott.
He was playing center?
You don't remember
Why? That? No. I have to watch this clip.
Oh my gosh. I would love to show you that, but that was hilarious. Dallas Cowboys have had 2 absolutely heartbreaking losses in the playoffs. If this is a 3rd year, I can't imagine Mike McCarthy not getting fired.
I can't get over it. Why on earth was he playing center?
Oh, no. I don't remember. That's all I remember. It was the final play, and then they just threw a check down to, I think, Kevontae Turpin, and he got drilled, and that was the final play.
And they lost?
That's how they lost. It was the funniest game. It was the funniest ending ever. But yeah, we're going to the playoffs. We're facing, now let's be real. I mean, this entire season, I have not been thinking, oh, this is our year. This wasn't our year. We're the youngest team in the NFL. We had no experiences.
Yeah.
So if we go into Dallas and we beat them, oh boy. I have my girlfriend, her family is Dallas Cowboys fans. Ooh boy. Yeah, I don't know. I know some Dallas Cowboys fans. We own them. I will say how much we own you people, and that is how it is. It's the truth. I mean, and then everyone will
in recent years
we have owned them. Yeah, I know. It's been crazy.
But we don't have Aaron Rodgers anymore.
Doesn't matter. I mean, Jordan Love might win. The way he's been playing recently, you never know.
Never know.
Never know. I mean, our defense is the only thing that I think is the weakness, and I think this is going to be
turnovers.
We need turnovers, but we will see what happens. I don't know when the game is. I think they're obviously trying to determine final playoff standings. Obviously, right now there's still one more game tonight, but everybody, it's going to be interesting. A lot of great matchups, obviously, and hopefully the Packers can shock everybody, and I would love it if we beat Dallas, because if we beat Dallas, then we would probably play the 49ers.
And we're going to the Super Bowl, and Bo Melton's going to be the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So if you like what you see, subscribe below, comment with your thoughts, and I'm very happy about making the playoffs. The Bears still suck. They will always suck. They really, 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 really suck. Go Pack, go. We will see you next time.